Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews. As you know by now, this is Billy, and hopefully you know this is Mike.
Come on, how handsome is he?
And today we bring you a special treat.
Hello.
And I don't say that lightly. The Bowmore's Devil Cask number 3. 56.7% ABV, double the devil, first fill Pedro Ximénez and Oloroso sherried whiskey.
Oh, Lord, forgive me.
I was lucky enough to where
We're literally going to drink this.
my good friend got me a couple bottles of this Bowmore, and 2.5 weeks ago I never had a Bowmore. I have drinking an entire bottle. Drank an entire bottle for myself, and I bought this a couple days ago, and I cannot stop myself from getting inside this whiskey.
I want to get inside of you, Mike.
This whiskey is fantastic. You know what? That's not very objective to start a video this way. Let me tell you a little bit about this whiskey.
Please tell us more, Mike. It's an Islay. Okay, I'm going to tell everybody. I know one thing. It's an Islay whiskey.
It's an Islay whiskey.
Smart.
Which means a little bit of peat. And this is the first Bowmore whiskey we've done for you. And there's a simple reason for that, Billy.
We tried this off camera. I'm going to be honest.
There's a simple reason why this is our first Bowmore whiskey we brought the people.
Because we didn't have any before. And also...
Bowmore really isn't that good.
What?
I've had the younger whiskeys. I've had the 18, which is okay. I recently just tried the range of Bowmore after I've had this Devil's Cask. So I went there, they had some Bowmores open, and they let me try them. I was like, wow, I was really impressed with the Devil's Cask. Give me a couple more. I tried the 18 down, and...
What happened?
Super unimpressed.
Tell me what was your favorite.
Oh, this Devil's Cask by far.
That's why we're doing it.
This Devil's Cask is the rare exception.
The creme de la creme. What's it called?
You know what it is? I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Hello,
Just throwing
the Bears.
A little bit of personality. They were terrible last year, 3-13. But they had Jordan Howard, who was rushed for his second most yards in football. He was a diamond in the rough. The gem in a pile of dirt. And that's what this is. I don't know if Bowmore makes better whiskeys. I've tried the 18 and everything down. Not impressed. I tried this Devil's Cask. I was like, wow. Wow. Okay, first of all, let me get to some basics. Again, first fill, Pedro Ximénez and Oloroso sherry cask. This is Devil's Cask number 3, double the devil. The previous two versions were, I believe, age statement at 10 years. So this doesn't have an age statement, so I imagine the whiskeys are younger than 10 years. However, this is the only one I've ever tried, and it is fabulous.
I love how every single Scotch whiskey that comes out of Islay, the taste of Islay, the taste of Islay, the taste of Islay, like they all say the same exact bullshit. No, there's only one.
Islay's Lagavulin.
There's only one Islay.
It's Lagavulin, and maybe if you're upset, Lafroig.
I love Lafroig. I know people hate Lafroig. I love it. You either
love
love or hate.
And Arabic. Okay, so double the devil, first row Pedro Oloroso sherry cask. This is, from what I've heard, the last release.
Mike is super nerdy about all the technical shit about this video, so
of this whiskey.
Just bear with us, and then we'll taste it.
Great box.
The legs are super slow.
I think the devil just means it's dark.
The box is actually amazing. They spent some money on that.
Cool box. Okay, so
also cool bottle.
Let's do this. Let's give them the legs. Let's
super
give them the color.
Super slow on the legs. Super slow.
Go ahead and grab you some of that, Billy.
Oh, I did. I already did.
So, super dark whiskey too. Super dark whiskey.
Is this sherry?
Funny. Heavily sherried. Only sherried. Heavily sherried. First fill, which means it tore the tannins and everything out of those sherry casks. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with sherry, let me say this.
Get familiar.
There are 2 first fill sherry casks in here, so it's going to be really heavily on these characters. The difference between Oloroso and Pedro Ximénez sherries is simply this. Oloroso sherries are fruitier. Pedro Ximénez are sweeter. So Pedro Ximénez is what Lagavulin ages theirs in. Okay? Oloroso is what Macallan ages theirs in. So again, you got fruity, you got sweet. The previous ones weren't aged in first fill of both before. That's why it's double the devil. Probably younger whiskey, but I gotta tell you, I'm ready to die.
We're young.
Billy,
Also,
what are you getting on this nose?
Are you kidding me on the nose? Immediate peat, but also simultaneously just a freaking like super sweet kind of like your grandma just gave you a kiss and told you to be careful.
Aggressive.
It's aggressive, but it's also soft.
There is a little bit of smoke, but I tell you what, that over-the-top sherry cask strength 56.7% alcohol wants to push you out of the glass.
But at the end of it, I'm getting a sweetness.
It's incredibly sweet and fruity.
Yeah. Thank you, America.
Dark fruits, raisins, dates, a huge wallop of
I don't know about the raisin.
oakiness.
Well, there's a...
Wow, what a nose. This is unmistakable. This will get your attention.
I'm super not mad about this. Can we do this?
You go ahead. I'm gonna nose it for a while. Go for it. Get your sip on.
Like, it's so good. I want to. How many times have you seen us cheers? I never have.
7 times, but whatever. Yeah, it's like 14%. Okay, so let me dive in a little bit deeper. Traditional sherry. It's a Christmas cake. It's an aggressive, overly sugared Christmas cake. It is beautifully rounded. It is,
wow,
the darkest, honeyed, heavily sherried nose you can smell.
She's
it's
aggressive.
Young but smooth. Billy, what are you getting on the palate?
I get the devil in my palate. The pitchforks are stinging me in my tongue and my roof, my mouth. Dark, definitely dark honey. I like that you said that. Definitely there's a dark honey situation going on there. I feel like there's a little bit of hate in my mouth because of the devil. Don't get me wrong now. I mean, okay. The first impression is very much like the last whiskey we did. Very strong, very alcohol-y, very dry on the mouth. But there's sort of a, I want to say grapefruit, not orange. I want to say grapefruity, citrusy. I think he was right with the raisins.
Wow. You know what I'm getting? Ton of chocolate on the side.
I'm getting zero chocolate.
A ton of tanginess down the middle of my tongue. Zesty tanginess. It's some type of fig or plum right down the middle of my tongue. Chocolate right on the side. Numbing on the gums in the lower and the front.
My whole mouth is numb, yeah. I'm not getting any of that.
Zesty, though.
I'm not getting any of that sweet fruit that he's saying. I'm not getting any. I mean, literally none of that.
It's aggressive though, and that's why.
I feel like my mouth is bleeding. Like I got punched in the face.
Let me tell you something. This is, if you're going to do a whiskey tasting, this is the last whiskey you have.
Oh yeah, dude, save this for the end of the night.
Because this is completely all-encompassing in mouth coating.
By the way, I don't hate it. Like when I said I got punched in the mouth.
Oh no, this is lovely.
It's like if we were sitting by a fire right now, and it was just maybe like raining just a little bit, and we're getting a little bit cold from the rain and then the heat from the fire. This is right in this is one of these things. It's like I'm gonna suck your dick, but I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're hard. Okay.
Have you ever seen the sitcom Once Upon a Time?
No, it sounds terrible.
It's some fantasy shit. It's by Snow White or
Why do
whatever.
you watch that, Mike?
I don't. My girlfriend does. So
you have a girlfriend, Mike?
Should
we talk about this?
No. In the Netflix queue, there's a woman holding. It's a black apple or a black cherry. I think it's a black cherry. That is what I'm getting. It's like
black
a
cherry?
Dark black cherry, super sherried.
There's water in this, yes?
Yeah. Tannin, bitterness, dark chocolate. I gotta tell you though, I love this whiskey. I'm telling you what I'm getting on the nose with a little bit of water. Definitely took some of the sharpness out. It doesn't push you out of the glass the way it did before. It is a young whiskey, but it's so over the top sherried, meaning you have the fruitiness of the Oloroso, but anything that's young or sharp, it feels like it's coated by that Pedro Ximénez sweetness. And with water, it just, you know, what you would normally think water would do. It just kind of muted a few things, took away a little bit of the sharpness. But you know what? There is a dark cherry note to it now. There is a more pronounced dark cherry note now. But Billy, I'm curious to know, did water change it at all for you?
Hold, please.
Nothing at all. You okay?
I'm great. Woo!
You're struggling with these sherry whiskeys tonight.
This is so strong.
Okay, so while Billy's telling you about his limitations as far as heavily sherried cask strength whiskeys, I will say this. The water did open it up a little bit, unlike the Abinah that we just did or some other cask strength whiskeys. Really, you can't go wrong either way on the nose. Straight or neat, or if you put some water in, you pick up a few different things, but it's still nice and intense and snappy. Something you would zesty like you would expect out of a young whiskey. I'm getting more oakiness out of the watered version. I'm also getting a bit more... I feel like I get ginger in sherried whiskeys.
Yeah.
I know some people
Absolutely.
equate it to something different. But I feel like I get more ginger with the water.
If this was a spice, I would want to put this all over my salmon. You know what I mean? If I'm grilling salmon and this is a spice, I'm going to rub it all over my salmon.
There is cinnamon here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of it, as a matter of fact. I don't know why I didn't think of it until now, until you just said
the water
spice,
kind of calms it down. Look, guys, anyway. This is good.
This is beyond good.
This is good.
This is beyond good.
But also kind of terrible.
For a non-age statement whiskey, another mass whiskey, it is incredibly... you don't usually get a lot of complexity out of this young of a whiskey, and I don't know if it's complexity as much as it's just a bunch of Oloroso, a bunch of Pedro Ximénez, and a bunch of ABV just smacking you around where you don't know 3 balls are hitting you, feel like 100 balls are hitting you. If that makes any sense.
Sounds like a lot of balls hit Mike.
Let me rephrase. A lot of flavors. Sounded terrible.
I'm kidding. I'm not exactly sure how to rate this whiskey because no, it's fine. I'm not exactly sure how to rate this whiskey because there is so much going on. Oh my god. Like the sherry and the peatiness and the oakiness and the first of all, I'm an artist, so the box is amazing to me. It's an Islay whiskey, which we love. It's very strong. It's very soft. It's very sweet. It's very bitter. I'm not even sure how to fucking rate this. I don't know. I don't even know if I can put a number on this.
Well, I'll tell you this, Bill.
If I'm being honest, in which we always do, transparency is our thing.
Well, let me tell you this. With water, it was easier to segregate the flavors.
That's racist.
With water, I got still sweetness. I got a lot more smoke.
Oh yeah, there's so much smoke.
And that's what's really unique about this whiskey.
But don't take that the wrong way. There's a lot of smoke. However,
there's a lot of sherry. And I've really found with the smoky whiskeys now, especially ones that are sweet, that are sherry finished or sherry matured, is it's sweet initially on the palate, and then when you exhale, it's smoky. And I didn't get it as much initially neat, but you really got a lot more of that smoke.
Oh yeah.
With the water, I feel like it opened it up. But I also felt like it made the difference between the red fruits.
Yeah.
That was in there taste wise, the smoke, and then the sweetness from what can only be described as a Pedro Ximénez sweetness, or excuse me, a PX sherry sweetness.
I will tell you one exact thing that is not in this whiskey. There's one flavor for sure that's not there. Pomegranate. Not in there.
Well, I'll say this. It makes it easier to unravel this whiskey with water on the palate and really on the nose. But man, there's something I like about this.
So where are you at on that score?
89 out of 100.
I can't even score it. I don't even know what to do. I'm so confused by this whiskey has confused me.
It's your first time with it. No. I've had a bottle and a half to experience it.
I am perplexed by this whiskey. Literally perplexed.
I'll say this. I was a huge fan the moment I tasted this whiskey. The moment I tasted it, I was like, ooh.
Here's my problem. I want to drink more of it.
We will.
I want to drink more of it.
We will.
We're
going to compare.
I'm not hating this whiskey. I want to drink more of it. So we're going to shut off for now, and we're going to bring you one more video in our same clothes.
We're going to bring you all kinds of videos. But we're going to compare this in the Avalar Buna, so stay tuned for that one. As always, we want you to like, click, subscribe, and comment. And we want to wish the people
happy drinking.
Indeed.